The Dark Angels stand as one of the most enigmatic and secretive chapters in the Imperium of Man. While they project an image of utmost loyalty to the Emperor, their true nature remains shrouded in mystery. These warriors, clad in dark green armor, carry the weight of a terrible secret that has haunted them since the days of the Horus Heresy. During mankind's darkest hour, when Horus betrayed the Emperor, the Dark Angels faced their own internal schism. While their Primarch Lion L. Johnson remained loyal, a significant portion of their legion, led by Luther, turned against their brothers. This betrayal occurred on their homeworld of Caliban, culminating in a devastating battle that literally tore the planet apart. The modern Dark Angels present themselves as paragons of loyalty, yet their actions often raise questions among Imperial authorities. They frequently abandon crucial battlefield objectives to pursue seemingly random targets, vanishing without explanation when mysterious hooded figures appear in their midst. These unexplained priorities have led to mounting suspicions among other Space Marine chapters and Imperial organizations. Their fortress monastery, the Rock, actually comprises the largest surviving fragment of their destroyed homeworld. Within its deepest dungeons, they harbor their darkest secrets and, according to whispered rumors, their fallen brothers who chose the path of heresy. The Dark Angels maintain an inner circle of senior members, known as the Deathwing and Ravenwing, who bear the burden of hunting these traitors while maintaining the chapter's facade of unwavering loyalty. This duality defines the Dark Angels' existence. They operate as two distinct entities, the public face of loyal Space Marines defending the Imperium and the secretive Brotherhood obsessed with hunting down the fallen angels, their treacherous kin from the Heresy. This hunt has shaped their chapter's culture, tactics, and organization for 10,000 years. Their obsession with secrecy extends beyond mere operational security. The Dark Angels have been known to eliminate fellow Imperial forces who stumble upon their hidden objectives. These extreme measures only fuel speculation about their true nature and loyalties. Yet, they continue to serve as one of the Emperor's finest chapters, their combat record speaking to their effectiveness despite, or perhaps because of, their mysterious nature. The question of their loyalty remains complex. While their dedication to destroying Chaos forces, particularly their fallen brothers, seems absolute, their methods often conflict with broader Imperial interests. This tension between duty to the Emperor and obligation to their own secret agenda creates a fascinating dichotomy that defines the chapter's existence. Behind their impressive fortress walls and beneath their proud heraldry lies a chapter tortured by its past. Every Dark Angel carries this burden, though only those elevated to the inner circle understand its full weight. The rest serve loyally, unaware of the true nature of their many hunts for redemption, believing they pursue only the Emperor's enemies. The Dark Angels exemplify the cost of loyalty tested and the price of secrets kept. Their story raises vital questions about the nature of redemption, the weight of historical sins, and whether absolute loyalty to an ideal can justify questionable means. These themes resonate throughout their 10,000-year history, making them one of the most compelling chapters in the Adeptus Astartes. The genesis of the First Legion traces back to Terra itself, where the Emperor's finest geneticists labored in secret laboratories beneath the Himalayan mountains. These prototype Space Marines served as the template for all subsequent legions, bearing distinctive characteristics that would later manifest in unexpected ways. Upon discovering their Primarch, Lion L. Johnson, the Legion encountered an individual whose background perfectly embodied their dual nature. Raised by the mysterious Watchers in the dark on the death world of Caliban, the Lion had spent his early years stalking the planet's mutant beasts. The Night Houses of Caliban, particularly the Order, discovered this wild but noble figure and integrated him into their medieval society. Under the tutelage of Luther, former leader of the Order, the Lion rapidly ascended through the ranks. His strategic brilliance and martial prowess earned him supreme command of Caliban's knightly orders, transforming their scattered brotherhoods into a unified force. This period established the philosophical foundation that would later characterize their chapter's approach to warfare and honor. The Great Crusade marked a pivotal era as the renamed Dark Angels expanded across the galaxy. Their campaigns demonstrated unprecedented efficiency, with compliance rates exceeding those of other legions. The Lion's tactical genius manifested in victories against impossible odds, earning them recognition as the Emperor's premier legion. However, the seeds of future tragedy were planted during these triumphant years. Luther, assigned to oversee recruitment on Caliban, gradually developed feelings of resentment. The distance between him and his foster son widened, exacerbated by perceived slights and misunderstandings. These personal wounds festered, eventually poisoning nearly half the legion. The Horus Heresy brought these tensions to their breaking point. While the Lion remained unwaveringly loyal, conducting crucial campaigns against traitor forces, Luther orchestrated a rebellion on Caliban. He convinced many Dark Angels that the Emperor had betrayed them, twisting their loyalty toward a darker purpose. Upon learning of this betrayal, the Lion immediately returned to Caliban. The ensuing conflict reached cataclysmic proportions as father and son clashed in personal combat. Their psychic duel, combined with orbital bombardments and warp-fueled sorcery, literally shattered the planet. The majority of both loyal and traitor forces perished in the catastrophe. In the aftermath, the surviving Dark Angels discovered their Primarch had vanished. Luther, driven mad by his actions, spoke cryptically of redemption and scattered brothers. Most significantly, they realized that numerous traitors had been hurled through the warp, displaced across time and space. These fallen angels would become the chapter's greatest shame and most closely guarded secret. The reorganization into the chapter system provided an opportunity to restructure their organization. The Inner Circle emerged as guardians of their hidden past, while specialized units like the Deathwing and Ravenwing were established with secret hunting duties. Their fortress monastery, the Rock, was created from Caliban's largest remnant, housing both their future aspirations and darkest memories. This origin story established patterns that would define the chapter for millennia. Unwavering loyalty paired with devastating betrayal, supreme martial excellence shadowed by internal division, and the burden of secrets passed down through generations of battle brothers. Each aspect of their history continues to influence their actions, driving them toward a redemption that remains eternally just out of reach. The First Legion distinguishes itself through a complex web of traditions, martial approaches, and organizational elements unique among Adeptus Astartes chapters. Their combat doctrine emphasizes rapid deployment of specialized forces, combining Terminator armored veterans with swift bike-mounted reconnaissance units. The chapter's premier fighting force, the Deathwing, exclusively utilizes bone-white Terminator armor. This elite cadre specializes in teleport attacks and close-quarters engagements, often deploying directly into enemy strongholds. Their distinctive appearance stems from an ancient battle on a death world, where a small contingent painted their armor white as a death ritual before successfully defeating overwhelming odds. Operating in concert with these heavy assault specialists, the Ravenwing comprises the Second Company. These highly mobile warriors pilot ancient patterns of assault bikes and land speeders, incorporating advanced scanning equipment to track elusive quarry. Their black-painted vehicles streak across battlefields like shadows, coordinating with orbital assets to corner their objectives. Plasma weaponry features prominently in their arsenal, a testament to forgotten technological partnerships with the Adeptus Mechanicus. Each company maintains substantial caches of these devastating weapons, their distinctive blue-white discharge becoming synonymous with the chapter's battlefield presence. This specialization extends to their flagship vessels, equipped with experimental weapon systems dating back to the Great Crusade. Interrogator chaplains represent another unique aspect of their organization. These spiritual leaders combine traditional chaplain duties with specialized interrogation techniques. Their distinctive black armor bears additional icons of judgment, striking fear into both enemy combatants and those who might harbor knowledge of hidden adversaries. The chapter's command structure implements additional layers beyond standard codex organization. Each company captain belongs to different circles of knowledge, with information compartmentalized based on rank and proving. This system ensures operational security while maintaining their broader mission objectives. Watchers in the dark, mysterious hooded figures dwelling within the rock, represent one of their most enigmatic features. These beings appear unexpectedly during crucial moments, though their true nature and purpose remain hidden even from senior commanders. Their presence often coincides with significant discoveries or imminent threats to the chapter's secrets. The chapter's recruitment processes incorporate additional screening phases beyond standard selection criteria. Aspirants undergo extensive psychological evaluation, with particular attention paid to their capacity for maintaining absolute secrecy. This practice ensures the continuation of their informational security across generations. Their battle doctrine emphasizes overwhelming force applied at crucial moments. Strike forces deploy with minimal warning, utilizing ancient technologies and tactical approaches perfected over millennia. This operational style often confounds both allies and enemies, as strike forces appear suddenly and vanish just as quickly once objectives are secured. Archaeotech devices, preserved from the dark age of technology, enhance their combat capabilities. Specialized scanning equipment aboard Ravenwing vehicles can detect warp traces, while encrypted Vox networks maintain operational security. These technological advantages combine with their martial traditions to create a uniquely effective fighting force. The chapter maintains extensive archives within the rock, containing historical records and tactical data from countless campaigns. These repositories house sophisticated logic engines and prognostication devices, enabling chapter commanders to analyze complex strategic scenarios. However, access to these resources remains strictly controlled, with different levels of information available based on rank and clearance. Their heraldry incorporates subtle variations indicating a battle brother's position within the chapter's hierarchy. While maintaining their distinctive dark green armor, small symbols and markings convey additional meaning to those educated in their interpretation. This system enables silent communication among initiated members while maintaining operational security in the presence of outsiders. Within the vast expanse of the Imperium's military forces, the First Legion's successors occupy a singular position. Their influence extends far beyond mere martial prowess, encompassing political, technological, and spiritual spheres of Imperial society. As inheritors of ancient technologies and forgotten knowledge, they maintain connections with numerous Forge worlds, exchanging archaeotech discoveries for specialized equipment maintenance. The Unforgiven chapters, comprising all Dark Angel's successors, form a unique network within the Adeptus Astartes. This brotherhood operates with unprecedented cooperation levels, sharing intelligence and resources while maintaining independent command structures. Such collaboration enables them to respond to threats across multiple sectors simultaneously, though their true objectives often remain obscured from Imperial authorities. Strategic deployments of these chapters often coincide with major chaos incursions, yet their battle plans frequently deviate from expected tactical responses. These unexpected maneuvers sometimes frustrate Imperial commanders, who find their carefully coordinated campaigns disrupted by sudden withdrawals or unexplained priority shifts. Nevertheless, their combat effectiveness consistently produces victories, albeit through unconventional means. Their relationship with the Inquisition presents a complex diplomatic challenge. While officially maintaining cordial cooperation, subtle tensions persist as both organizations harbor suspicions about each other's activities. Inquisitorial investigations into their operations occasionally disappear without trace, while the chapter demonstrates an uncanny ability to anticipate and avoid detailed scrutiny. Among other first founding chapters, they maintain a carefully measured distance. Despite participating in joint operations when necessary, they rarely form close bonds with other Space Marine forces. This professional detachment extends to their successor chapters, who similarly limit their interactions with non-Unforgiven forces. The Rock's position as a mobile fortress monastery enables them to project power across multiple segmentums. This mobility allows them to respond to emergent threats while maintaining their own independent agenda. The fortress serves as both a military installation and a repository of ancient technologies, some dating back to mankind's golden age. Their influence within the Adeptus Mechanicus stems from extensive archives of technological knowledge. This relationship grants them access to specialized manufacturing capabilities, though they carefully regulate which technologies they share. Their plasma weapon expertise particularly interests the Mechanicus, who regularly attempt to study their ancient patterns. Various Imperial worlds maintain traditional ties with the chapter, providing recruitment sources and strategic bases. These relationships often span millennia, with planetary governors considering their connection to the First Legion successors a mark of prestigious heritage. However, these worlds sometimes disappear from Imperial records following mysterious incidents. Through their interrogator chaplains, they maintain connections with various Imperial religious institutions. These relationships provide access to historical archives and intelligence networks, though the chapter carefully controls information flow in both directions. Their chaplains often participate in significant theological discussions, steering conversations away from certain historical periods. The chapter's fleet represents one of the largest among Space Marine forces, incorporating vessels from various historical periods. This naval strength enables them to conduct independent campaigns across vast distances, though their ships sometimes engage in operations without coordination with local Imperial authorities. Within sectors containing suspected enemy activity, they establish hidden monitoring stations and sleeper agents. These assets form part of a vast intelligence network, operating independently of other Imperial information gathering organizations. The data collected flows exclusively to the Rock, where specialized teams analyze it for patterns relating to their classified objectives. Their position in the Imperium's power structure remains deliberately ambiguous. While their combat achievements earn them significant influence, they rarely exercise this authority openly. Instead, they operate through subtle means, using their reputation and ancient connections to achieve objectives while maintaining their shadowed autonomy. Among Imperial institutions, each encounter with the First Legion's warriors generates distinctive dynamics. The Ecclesiarchy views them with mixed reverence and suspicion, noting their steadfast dedication, yet questioning their reluctance to embrace certain Imperial saints. These spiritual leaders often find their attempts to investigate chapter traditions politely but firmly redirected. Encounters with Chaos forces reveal fascinating behavioral patterns. While all Space Marines combat these ancient enemies with zealous determination, First Legion successors display particular intensity when confronting certain warbands. Their tactical approaches shift dramatically upon detecting specific signatures or markings, abandoning broader strategic objectives to pursue these targets with singular focus. Navigator houses maintaining ancient pacts with the chapter report unusual phenomena during warp transit. Their vessels sometimes alter course without explanation, following trajectories that correspond to no known warp routes. These deviations often lead to remote regions where significant engagements subsequently occur. Eldar interactions highlight another facet of their complex nature. While officially maintaining standard Imperial protocols regarding Xenos, evidence suggests occasional instances of coordination. Particularly concerning certain Chaos-tainted objectives, both forces have been observed operating in suspicious synchronization, though both sides deny any formal cooperation. Imperial Guard commanders report distinctive experiences when fighting alongside these Astartes. Battle plans suddenly shift without warning. Entire companies vanish from coordinated operations, only to reappear days later having achieved unexpected victories in seemingly unrelated engagements. These incidents generate both admiration and frustration among Imperial military leadership. The Officio Assassinorum maintains a unique protocol regarding First Legion operations. Their agents receive specific instructions to avoid interference with certain chapter activities, suggesting high-level arrangements between these secretive organizations. Occasionally, assassination targets disappear shortly before planned operations, with chapter forces reported in the vicinity. Your rogue traders. Crossing paths with their fleet observe strict protocols established through centuries of interaction. These merchants understand the value of discretion, particularly when witnessing chapter vessels pursuing unknown objectives in distant sectors. Such encounters often result in lucrative information exchange, though the traders carefully avoid probing too deeply into their activities. Planetary governors hosting their forces note distinct patterns in their behavior. Unlike other Astartes chapters who might establish lasting defensive arrangements, First Legion successors maintain fluid commitments, appearing and disappearing based on criteria unclear to local authorities. Their presence often coincides with unexplained phenomena or mysterious disappearances among the population. Among alien races, the Tau Empire reports inconsistent encounters. While official Imperial doctrine remains unchanged, chapter forces occasionally bypass vulnerable Tau positions to pursue other objectives. These decisions perplex Tau strategists, who note the apparent prioritization of invisible targets over obvious tactical advantages. Mechanicus research stations intersecting with chapter operations report irregular data patterns. Their cogitators detect energy signatures matching no known Imperial or Xenos technology. These readings coincide with the appearance of hooded figures among chapter forces, though subsequent investigations yield no concrete explanations. Inquisitorial analysis suggests patterns in their deployment zones. Systems experiencing their presence often report increased instances of unexplained phenomena, particularly regarding temporal anomalies and warp disturbances. These incidents typically resolve themselves shortly after chapter forces depart, leaving behind puzzling gaps in surveillance data. The Administratum's attempts to analyze their requisition patterns reveal carefully structured obscuration. Supply requests follow seemingly random distributions, yet closer examination suggests purposeful patterns designed to conceal specific operational objectives. Their logistical networks operate with remarkable independence from standard Imperial supply chains. Beyond the visible command structure lies an intricate web of authority within the First Legion successors. Supreme command nominally resides with the Grand Master, yet actual power flows through multiple channels, each operating independently while maintaining precise coordination through ancient protocols. The Inner Circle's hierarchy extends across all unforgiven chapters, creating a shadow command structure transcending normal Space Marine organization. Masters of different chapters hold varying degrees of knowledge, with information compartmentalized through a sophisticated system of clearance levels. Each advancement reveals new layers of truth, carefully measured to test both loyalty and discretion. Below the chapter command, specialized units maintain their own chains of authority. Squad leaders receive mission parameters through multiple channels, with certain objectives known only to specific team members. This fractured command approach ensures operational security while enabling complex, multi-layered missions to proceed simultaneously. Interrogator chaplains operate through a parallel hierarchy, answering to both chapter command and their own internal structure. Their authority transcends normal rank limitations, allowing them to requisition forces from any company for specific missions. This unusual arrangement enables rapid response to priority situations while maintaining operational secrecy. The Ravenwing's command structure incorporates unique elements, utilizing specialized communication protocols and independent mission parameters. Attack squadrons operate with remarkable autonomy, coordinating through encrypted networks accessible only to initiated members. Their operations often intersect with other chapter elements in precisely choreographed maneuvers. Within the Rock, distinct administrative hierarchies manage different sections of the Fortress Monastery. Access levels vary dramatically, with certain areas restricted to specific rank holders. These divisions extend beyond physical spaces into data networks, creating information silos that preserve ancient secrets through compartmentalization. Company commanders balance dual responsibilities, maintaining both their official duties and specialized missions known only to select individuals. This system creates overlapping spheres of influence, where tactical decisions must account for multiple command priorities simultaneously. Junior officers learn to interpret subtle signals indicating mission precedence. The chapter's technological infrastructure operates under dedicated oversight teams, each specializing in specific systems. Ancient machinery requires specialized knowledge passed down through generations of Techmarine initiates. These technical hierarchies maintain their own command structures, operating parallel to combat organizations. Training cadres implement multi-tiered instruction programs, with certain combat techniques reserved for specific rank levels. Advanced tactical protocols remain restricted to veteran squadrons, while specialized units receive additional training through separate command channels. This layered approach ensures skills and knowledge spread through controlled pathways. Recruitment processes involve multiple screening layers, each overseen by different authority figures. Initial selection occurs through traditional means, but subsequent evaluations incorporate additional criteria known only to specific chapter officers. This system enables careful monitoring of potential candidates through various assessment phases. Intelligence gathering operates through nested command structures, with information flowing upward through increasingly restricted channels. Field operatives report through multiple layers, each adding context and analysis before data reaches final assessment teams. This framework ensures thorough evaluation while maintaining strict information control. See logistical support functions through independent command chains, coordinating resource allocation across multiple operational levels. Supply lines operate through redundant systems, with certain material requests handled through specialized channels known only to specific officers. This approach enables discrete resource management for classified missions. Ancient vaults within the Rockhouse technological marvels dating back to humanity's zenith. Quantum encryption devices enable instantaneous secure communication across vast distances, while chronometric engines analyze temporal anomalies during pursuit operations. These sophisticated systems remain carefully guarded, their existence known only to select technicians. The chapter's advanced targeting matrices incorporate predictive algorithms developed during the Great Crusade. These systems enable unprecedented accuracy with plasma weaponry, compensating for environmental factors and target movement patterns. Each weapon interfaces with the bearer's armor, creating a synchronized combat network that adapts to battlefield conditions. Specialized tracking equipment aboard Ravenwing vessels utilizes exotic particles to detect warp signatures. These instruments can identify specific energy patterns associated with their quarry, enabling pursuit across both real space and immaterial dimensions. The technology combines ancient human innovation with mysterious additions from undefined sources. The Rock's propulsion systems incorporate unique modifications, enabling rapid strategic deployment. Experimental warp drives utilize forbidden technologies to achieve unprecedented translation speeds, while inertial dampeners protect the Fortress Monastery during emergency maneuvers. These capabilities remain classified even within the Mechanicus archives. Terminator armor worn by Deathwing warriors features additional enhancements beyond standard patterns. Quantum field generators provide superior protection against both physical and warp-based attacks, while enhanced autosenses detect subtle environmental changes indicating enemy presence. Each suit contains individual machine spirits of remarkable sophistication. Mobile scanning arrays deployed during ground operations combine multiple detection technologies. Gravimetric sensors identify spatial distortions, while enhanced Auspex units detect energy signatures matching specific target profiles. These systems link through encrypted networks, creating comprehensive battlefield awareness for command elements. The chapter's fleet vessels incorporate experimental stealth systems. Advanced void shields bend light and sensor readings around ship hulls, while specialized engines minimize detection signatures during silent running. These modifications enable vessels to approach target zones undetected, deploying strike forces with tactical surprise. Interrogator chaplains utilize sophisticated truth extraction devices, combining ancient technology with psychic resonance. These instruments detect subtle neural patterns indicating deception, while specialized field generators prevent warp interference during questioning sessions. The equipment's origins remain unclear, with certain components exhibiting non-human design elements. The chapter's archival systems employ crystalline storage matrices preserving data for millennia. Holographic interfaces project tactical simulations with perfect clarity, while quantum processors analyze combat data, identifying patterns invisible to human perception. These systems maintain perfect operation despite their incredible age. Specialized transport vehicles feature modified teleportation arrays, enabling precise insertion of strike teams. These systems bypass standard safety protocols, achieving deployment speeds impossible through conventional means. The technology incorporates safeguards against warp interference, ensuring accurate materialization even under adverse conditions. Advanced biometric systems throughout the Rock monitor personnel movements and authentication levels. Retinal scanners incorporate genetic analysis, while environmental sensors detect unauthorized biological signatures. These security measures operate through independent power systems, maintaining function even during complete facility shutdown. The chapter's Medicae facilities house experimental healing technologies. Stasis chambers preserve critically wounded warriors until treatment becomes possible, while regeneration tanks accelerate healing through controlled temporal manipulation. These systems remain operational through ancient protocols, their maintenance procedures known only to senior apothecaries. Medieval traditions from ancient Caliban permeate every aspect of chapter culture. Battle Brothers observe rituals dating back to knightly orders, incorporating sword-binding ceremonies and honor duels into daily practices. These customs transcend mere tradition, forming the psychological foundation of their warrior ethos. Initiation writes progress through multiple stages, each unveiling deeper mysteries of chapter heritage. Neophytes begin with basic combat doctrines, while veterans participate in elaborate ceremonies revealing carefully measured truths. These revelations reshape their understanding of duty, creating ever deeper bonds of loyalty through shared knowledge. Sacred halls within the Rock House, ancient tapestries depicting encoded messages through symbolic imagery. Senior members study these artworks, discovering layers of meaning hidden within seemingly decorative patterns. These visual chronicles preserve crucial information, transmitting knowledge through generations without written records. Philosophical discussions among veteran warriors often focus on concepts of redemption and absolution. These debates incorporate complex theological arguments drawn from pre-Imperial Calibanite teachings, examining the nature of loyalty through multiple theoretical frameworks. Such intellectual exercises strengthen their resolve while maintaining doctrinal purity. Combat doctrine emphasizes psychological warfare alongside tactical efficiency. Warriors train to project an aura of dark majesty, utilizing carefully crafted appearances and behaviors to intimidate opponents. This approach stems from ancient Calibanite beliefs regarding the psychological aspects of warfare. Meditation chambers throughout their fortress monastery facilitate spiritual contemplation through specialized environmental controls. These spaces incorporate sonic resonance patterns, promoting specific mental states, while Gothic architecture channels thoughts toward predetermined philosophical pathways. Each chamber serves distinct purposes in warrior preparation. The chapter's approach to honor differs from standard Astartes interpretations. Their code emphasizes absolute dedication to hidden purposes, viewing conventional glory as secondary to secretive objectives. This philosophical framework justifies actions that might appear dishonorable to outsiders, maintaining internal consistency through complex moral reasoning. Artistic expression within the chapter follows strict protocols governing acceptable themes and styles. Warriors create intricate illuminated manuscripts documenting their experiences, though certain subjects remain forbidden. These creative outlets serve therapeutic purposes while preserving historical records through carefully controlled narratives. Ceremonial gatherings incorporate elements from multiple historical periods, blending ancient Terran traditions with Calibanite customs. These events strengthen organizational cohesion through shared experiences, while subtle variations in ritual participation indicate status within internal hierarchies. Each ceremony serves multiple purposes beyond its apparent function. Training protocols emphasize mental conditioning alongside physical preparation. Warriors undergo specialized psychological procedures designed to enhance loyalty while maintaining operational effectiveness. These methods incorporate ancient techniques preserved from Old Night, carefully modified to serve chapter purposes. The chapter's relationship with death reflects unique cultural perspectives. Warriors view their potential demise as opportunities for redemption, approaching fatal combat situations with calculated determination rather than fatalistic acceptance. This philosophy enables them to undertake high-risk operations while maintaining tactical awareness. Social structures within the chapter rely on complex networks of mutual obligation and shared responsibility. Warriors form bonds through carefully orchestrated interactions, creating reliable support systems while maintaining operational security. These relationships enable coordinated action without compromising sensitive information. Internal tensions emerge from the constant balance between public duties and classified objectives. Squad leaders navigate complex decisions when battlefield priorities conflict with hidden directives, forcing rapid assessments of competing imperatives. These situations test command abilities beyond conventional tactical challenges. Psychological pressure intensifies as warriors advance through chapter ranks. Each revelation of historical truth creates new internal conflicts, challenging established beliefs while demanding ever greater commitment to secrecy. Veterans struggle with isolation as their knowledge separates them from battle brothers who remain unaware of deeper purposes. Strategic complications arise during joint operations with other Imperial forces. Commanders must maintain operational effectiveness while concealing true objectives, sometimes sacrificing tactical advantages to preserve chapter secrets. These situations generate friction with allied forces, potentially compromising future cooperative efforts. The hunt for hidden adversaries creates unique tactical challenges. Target identification often relies on subtle indicators, requiring extensive reconnaissance while maintaining combat readiness. Strike teams must adapt to rapidly changing situations when preliminary intelligence proves incomplete or misleading. Temporal anomalies complicate pursuit operations across multiple sectors. Quarry sometimes appears in different locations simultaneously, forcing command elements to allocate resources without complete tactical information. These situations challenge conventional strategic doctrine, requiring innovative solutions beyond standard protocols. Political maneuvering within Imperial hierarchy demands careful attention. Chapter representatives navigate complex diplomatic situations while protecting sensitive information, balancing cooperation against security requirements. These interactions require sophisticated approaches to maintain both effectiveness and secrecy. Resource allocation presents ongoing challenges during extended operations. Supply lines must support both official missions and classified objectives without revealing dual purposes to logistics personnel. This necessity creates additional complexity in planning and execution phases. Combat effectiveness sometimes suffers from operational constraints. Warriors must maintain tactical coherence while adhering to classified directives, occasionally forsaking optimal battle plans to achieve hidden objectives. These situations test unit cohesion under challenging circumstances. Technological maintenance requirements strain chapter resources during extended campaigns. Ancient equipment demands specialized attention, while field repairs must occur without revealing classified modifications to support personnel. These restrictions complicate standard maintenance procedures. Recruitment challenges intensify as screening requirements become increasingly stringent. Finding candidates who meet both physical and psychological criteria grows more difficult, while maintaining secrecy during selection processes adds additional complexity. These factors impact chapter strength over extended periods. Morale management requires careful attention across all rank levels. Warriors operating without complete tactical information must maintain combat effectiveness, while veterans bearing knowledge of chapter secrets struggle with isolation. These psychological pressures demand constant monitoring and intervention. External investigations threaten operational security with increasing frequency. Imperial authorities display growing interest in chapter activities, requiring sophisticated countermeasures to maintain information control. These situations demand careful responses to avoid generating additional suspicion. Supreme Grandmaster Azrael exemplifies the complex nature of chapter leadership. His tactical brilliance manifests in unconventional battle strategies, while his diplomatic skills navigate intricate Imperial politics. Under his guidance, the chapter maintains its shadowed autonomy while strengthening positions across multiple sectors. Master Belial guides Deathwing operations with unprecedented tactical innovation. His understanding of Terminator warfare extends beyond conventional doctrine, incorporating ancient techniques preserved from forgotten eras. Campaign records highlight his ability to achieve objectives through unexpected approaches, often appearing precisely when tactical situations seem most dire. Interrogator Chaplain Asmodai stands apart through his single-minded dedication to truth extraction. His methods combine psychological insight with ancient techniques, achieving results that both impress and disturb fellow chapter members. Reports suggest his interventions have uncovered crucial intelligence networks operating across multiple sectors. Master Samael demonstrates exceptional skill commanding Ravenwing forces. His tactical approach emphasizes speed and precision, coordinating complex operations through intuitive understanding of battlefield dynamics. Battle records indicate his presence often proves decisive during critical engagements. Chief Librarian Ezekiel wields formidable psychic abilities while maintaining strict control protocols. His powers manifest in ways that complement chapter operations, often providing crucial advantages during sensitive missions. Historical records suggest his predecessors established important precedents for managing warp-based capabilities. Ancient Lazarus survived circumstances that would have destroyed lesser warriors. His combat record includes encounters with entities beyond normal tactical parameters, yet he emerged victorious through application of classified combat techniques. His experience provides valuable insights during strategy sessions. Chaplain Saffon trains future generations of spiritual leaders, ensuring tradition continues while adapting to modern challenges. His teachings incorporate subtle variations reflecting current operational requirements, maintaining doctrinal purity while enabling tactical flexibility. Students emerge prepared for both conventional and specialized duties. Master Barakiel demonstrates exceptional command abilities during void operations. His understanding of ship warfare extends beyond standard tactical doctrines, incorporating maneuvers that maximize unique vessel capabilities. Fleet engagements under his direction achieve objectives while maintaining operational security. Company Master Balthazar earned recognition through innovative applications of combined arms tactics. His approach integrates multiple chapter elements into coordinated strike forces, achieving synergies that amplify combat effectiveness. After-action reports highlight his ability to adapt strategies mid-battle while maintaining mission focus. Apothecary Vasilian pioneers advanced treatment protocols incorporating ancient medical knowledge. His modifications to standard procedures improve warrior recovery rates while reducing long-term combat stress effects. His research advances chapter understanding of enhanced human physiology. Techmarine Gideon maintains crucial equipment through application of both standard and classified maintenance protocols. His innovations improve field performance while preserving operational security requirements. Equipment under his care demonstrates exceptional reliability during critical missions. Master of Sanctity Zadkiel ensures spiritual preparation meets both conventional and specialized requirements. His sermons incorporate multiple meaning levels, conveying different messages to various audience segments simultaneously. His influence extends beyond typical chaplain duties into strategic planning sessions. The First Legion's influence ripples through countless narrative threads across the Imperium. Their interventions alter strategic situations in unexpected ways, creating ripple effects that reshape campaign outcomes. Each engagement adds new layers to their complex legacy, generating fresh mysteries that intrigue both allies and adversaries. Strategic deployments frequently intersect with crucial historical moments. Their presence during pivotal battles often determines outcomes through unconventional means, though official records rarely reflect their true contributions. These interventions generate alternate historical interpretations among Imperial scholars. Narrative tension emerges from their dual nature, creating compelling storylines where apparent victory masks deeper purposes. Campaign objectives shift unexpectedly when hidden priorities surface, forcing rapid tactical adaptations. These situations generate unique storytelling opportunities exploring loyalty's complex nature. Their impact on broader Imperial narratives extends beyond military engagements. Political developments often trace back to subtle chapter interventions, while technological discoveries frequently correlate with their presence in specific sectors. These influences reshape historical trajectories in subtle yet significant ways. Interactive scenarios featuring their forces present unique tactical challenges. Commanders must balance visible objectives against hidden priorities, managing resources while maintaining operational security. These situations create engaging gameplay experiences exploring complex strategic decisions. Their presence alters battlefield dynamics through sophisticated equipment loadouts. Plasma weaponry and specialized vehicles enable distinctive tactical approaches, while veteran units provide unique combat capabilities. These elements combine to create memorable engagement scenarios. Campaign narratives incorporate multiple mystery layers when they appear. Initial mission parameters often conceal deeper objectives, revealing new complexity as operations progress. This approach generates sustained player interest through progressive revelation of hidden purposes. Their influence extends into diplomatic storylines, where political maneuvering conceals classified operations. Negotiations take unexpected turns when chapter priorities intersect with Imperial politics, creating complex scenarios requiring careful balance of multiple interests. Combat encounters featuring their forces emphasize tactical sophistication. Elite units demonstrate exceptional coordination, while specialized equipment enables unique strategic approaches. These elements combine to create challenging and memorable battlefield experiences. Their presence generates narrative tension through unpredictable behavior patterns. Allied forces must adapt to sudden strategic shifts, while enemies face unexpected tactical approaches. These situations create dynamic storytelling opportunities, exploring trust and loyalty themes. Historical revision occurs in their wake as chapter activities reshape established narratives. Official records undergo subtle modifications, while witness accounts disappear from Imperial archives. These changes generate ongoing mysteries that intrigue narrative enthusiasts. Their influence affects gameplay mechanics through specialized unit capabilities. Terminator formations enable unique tactical options, while bike squadrons provide distinctive mobility advantages. These elements combine to create engaging strategic challenges requiring innovative approaches. Emerging threats across the galaxy suggest new challenges for the First Legion's successors. Evolving battlefield conditions demand tactical adaptations, while ancient prophecies hint at approaching confrontations. Strategic forecasts indicate increasing complexity in their hidden war against shadowed adversaries. Archaeological discoveries beneath forgotten worlds reveal new aspects of their secretive past. Ancient vaults yield previously unknown technologies, while decoded manuscripts suggest alternative historical interpretations. These findings reshape understanding of their origins while generating fresh operational possibilities. Imperial political developments create opportunities for expanding their influence. Shifting power dynamics enable subtle positioning of assets, while emerging alliances offer new avenues for achieving classified objectives. These changes suggest potential alterations in their relationship with broader Imperial institutions. Technological innovations among their forces indicate evolving combat capabilities. Experimental weapon systems undergo field testing, while modified vehicles demonstrate enhanced performance characteristics. These developments suggest future changes in tactical approaches and strategic options. Prophecies preserved within the rock's deepest chambers hint at approaching convergences. Ancient seers predicted specific stellar alignments, while contemporary divination suggests increasing warp turbulence. These portents generate strategic reassessment among senior command elements. Intelligence analysis reveals changing patterns in enemy activity. Target movements suggest coordinated purposes, while communication intercepts indicate evolving organizational structures. These developments necessitate tactical adaptations and strategic revaluation. Recruitment modifications reflect changing battlefield requirements. Selection criteria undergo subtle adjustments, while training protocols incorporate new elements addressing emerging challenges. These changes suggest evolution in chapter capabilities and operational focus. Diplomatic initiatives indicate potential shifts in inter-chapter relations. Communication patterns suggest increasing coordination among successor chapters, while joint operations become more frequent. These developments hint at evolving organizational structures and command relationships. Research projects within their fortress monastery suggest new technological directions. Experimental protocols yield promising results, while ancient equipment reveals unexpected capabilities. These discoveries indicate potential advances in combat effectiveness and operational range. Strategic forecasting suggests increased importance of their specialized capabilities. Future conflicts may require unique tactical approaches, while emerging threats demand unconventional responses. These predictions influence current preparation and resource allocation. Cultural evolution within their ranks indicates adapting traditions. Ancient rituals incorporate new elements, while training methods evolve to address contemporary challenges. These changes maintain essential traditions while enabling necessary adaptations. Logistical preparations suggest anticipation of increased operational tempo. Supply caches undergo expansion, while training facilities receive upgrades addressing predicted requirements. These developments indicate preparation for enhanced future activities. The prospect of discovering additional historical artifacts promises new revelations. Unexplored sectors may yield crucial information, while decoded archives suggest promising search locations. These possibilities generate cautious optimism regarding future knowledge acquisition. Their influence across Imperial institutions suggests expanding future roles. Strategic positioning enables increased participation in crucial decisions, while maintained secrecy preserves operational freedom. These factors indicate potential for significant future impact on Imperial affairs.